Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, this is another Advanced Warfare commentary video. This is your boy Tru Inferno. Alright, so let me get a few things out the way before we get on to the main topic here. First and foremost, it is finally August, which means it is my birthday month. Yes, 13 days away, August the 18th, that's my birthday, which is on a Tuesday. So, and for those of you who've been watching my videos for the past year or more, you should know this already. But more now, August the 18th day in a minute. In case you didn't watch my previous video, which was my J Marks video, I have announced Kyoto Hour Volume 3. Yes, the Kyoto Hour Volume 3 Rising Sun is official. It's coming out November, Friday the 13th. Ooh. So yeah, there you go. The third edition of the Kyoto Hour series will be coming out this November. It's official. Again, Friday the 13th of November. And the first single for that album will come out this month on, you guessed it, August the 18th, that Tuesday. Yeah, so the first single will come out on my birthday. I'm not going to reveal what the single is yet, but it is coming. You can stay tuned for that one. And the last thing I want to get off my chest before we get on the main topic is a big shout out to my boy Afro. He's in the middle of this shoe contest where he designed a shoe in 2K15 and he made it to the top 3. So right now we just need for his shoe to be retweeted or followed on Twitter, and whoever have the most retweets and favorites, whoever have the most retweets and favorites on Twitter will win, and their shoe will become real. So I already gave him my support for the past 3 weeks now. I only found out about all this thanks to Endo, so shout out to Endo as well. So yeah, if you're following me on Twitter, it's Tru_Inferno. I will retweet the information about Afro's shoe submission rather. So you can retweet that, or you can favorite that tweet, or however it is you want to do it. But yeah, help me out by giving Afro the support he needs to win this contest. All right, so with all that out the way, let's get into a topic that was supposed to happen last week, but then the Hulk Hogan scandal broke out, so I had to postpone it to this week, to now, really. And the topic is this. This haven't happened to me lately, but I want to say at least 5 years ago, this question was brought across my radar. Not this question. Yeah, it was a question or a statement, whichever one. And these, guys that I know will come up to me and either ask me or they will say, the quote, "Are you black?" or, something like that. And I would be like, well, back then I'd be like, well, yeah, why you ask me that? And then they would say, well, you don't act like a black person. So now, as I think about this, I was like, I don't act like a black person. Well, let's see. And then I think back there, I think I asked somebody this one time. Like, what do you mean I don't act like a black person? He was like, well, you don't eat fried chicken. You don't drink grape juice. You say you don't like grape juice, which is true. I do not like grape juice. The only grape thing I like is grape jelly. And I don't eat fried chicken like that. They will also say I'm more proper, So, my grammar is good for the most part. I don't walk around and say you is or they is. Basically, I don't ignore the word R, A-R-E. I do not ignore the word R. And I don't look the part as a common black guy. I don't act ghetto or anything like that. So, now I'll be like, okay, and leave it alone, because I look at it as they giving me props. And then when I look back on it like a few days ago, at first I was thinking, should I get angry that they say I'm not black? But then after thinking about it, I was like, actually, you know what? No, because the correct term to describe me is I'm African American. So, yeah, that's how I look at it as. And now, if they were to say, you're the rightest black person I ever know, then we would have a problem. Then we would have a problem. But that never happens to me. They know better, because not only because I was straight up whoop that ass, but it's not true. I don't act, even though I don't act like, I don't act black, but I don't act right either. So yeah, there you go with that. and then it brings us to another thing that happened at the barbershop. And this happened like I want to say 2 months ago or a little under 2 months ago. So I was at the barbershop and the guy who owns the joint was talking to somebody, cutting somebody else's hair. I just happened to be sitting like a seat or two down, and I was hearing this conversation. Cause here's how I am when I'm in the barbershop. I don't really talk much when I'm in the barbershop unless the barber is talking to me. Unless they talking sports related. Then I would chime in a little bit or whatever. But most part I don't talk. Sometimes I'll be half asleep. So he said, the main barber name is Greg. Somebody told him, he said that somebody tried to label him as African American. He was like, nah, man, I ain't African American. I'm black. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, what? And he gave some reason why he don't want to be labeled as African American. Something about, I forgot what he said. It's something about like how white people would put a label on. It's something like that. And I would look at it. I would think to myself, no, you're incorrect. You're incorrect because again, and I had this. I talked about this sometimes in the past. On these videos rather, that basically when you're African American, again, I forgot which video it was, but when you're an African American, here's how I picture African American to be. They're they're well educated. Obviously, they're not ghetto. They got proper grammar. They know how to dress. You know, they're more open-minded. They willing, to help others succeed instead of looking out for themselves. That's what I picture as an African American to be, as opposed to if you're black, then you're more ghetto. I'm not saying you are ghetto, but you're more ghetto. Um, you tend to say you is, they is. You basically just eliminate the word R from your vocabulary. And I guess there's comes with the stereotype of, oh, you like fried chicken, you like grape juice, you like watermelon, and I'm like, well, and that stereotype. I'll put that aside. I'm not really all up about that. But that's why I picture the difference between being an African American and being black, and he didn't look at it that way. Now, of course, I didn't say that to him because I was like half asleep, and I didn't, really. And I know again, I don't talk at barbershops, so. But yeah, that statement that he made, I was like, no, that's completely incorrect, and really, that's as backwards. I'm somewhat offended. Somebody would walk up to me and say you're black, as opposed to somebody walking up to me and say, oh, you're African American, you know. But it's no big deal. They probably look at it as like whatever. Not as a stereotype, but just saying, oh, that's your race, that's your nationality, whatever. So yeah, that's that. But I will admit, I do not do a lot of things that black people do. As I talked about 2 weeks ago, I do not watch award shows. I do not eat fried chicken. Again, the only thing that I like is grape jelly. I will eat watermelon. I love watermelon to death. I'll smash that joint. So yeah, there you go with that. And again, the proper grammar. That's all. I got that down pat. For the most part. Basically, I don't say you is, they is, or anything like that. I don't sag. Now let me clarify that. Now, I don't sag to the point where the whole world can see my boxers or briefs or whatever, but at the same time, my pants are not all the way up to my waist. I'm not, and for damn sure, I'm not rocking the Steve Urkel look. But it's more like an in between of my pants up to my waist and sagging. It's more like in between. So it's like I do a little tiny bit of sagging, but not so much where you can see my boxers or anything like that. And of course, I always wear a belt, so that's another thing. So yeah, that's how I see. So like, if somebody walk up to you and ask you, "Are you really black?" because you present yourself very well, you really shouldn't be offended by that. Now they would have said, "Oh man, are you sure you ain't right? Are you sure you ain't Caucasian?" Yeah, you should be offended by that one. That one I can understand. Now some people out there may say, well, if you're African American, then you basically trying to act right. No, that is far from the truth. I already gave you my description of what an African American is. Now, as far as if you're African American or black or whatever, trying to act right, there's a term for that. I forgot what it is. I forgot what the term is. I think it's like one word that describes somebody like that, but I forgot what it is. Uh, but basically, in African American does not mean you're trying to be right. That's far from the truth. No, that's not it at all. So yeah, there you go with that. And basically, I mean, my topic is over, but I still got some gameplay left. And yeah, so there you go with that. Now, as far as what I'm doing for my birthday, I don't know. Like, I'm at the point where I could just go out to dinner with my family, like on a Saturday or really preferably a Sunday, and leave it at that. You know. Now my boys been wanting to do something. I suggested that we have a barbecue at one of my boys' house on the Saturday before my birthday or whatever. Now they want to go to the club for my birthday. I have no problem with that either. Um, just don't expect me to get a booth for myself or anything like that. You know, like if one of them want to get a booth for me, I'm cool with that. Cool, you know, I'm cool with that as well, rather. But I'm not gonna go out at this stage in my life, just because of my birthday. So yeah, there you go with that. So yeah, that's my birthday plans. And as you can see, the game is finally over, and we won this one based off of the fact that time went out. And this was a pretty good game. You know, this is one of my later gameplays. Look at that, I led my squad. There's the final kill cam, which wasn't by me, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, that's basically that. So this is your boy, Jim Ryan II, and peace out, y'all, and see y'all next time.